And we are live. Hey everybody, thanks a lot for coming out here. It's the Westerosi Ninja. Basically communicating with everybody on a late, Wednesday evening, and just basically, I'm just really happy right now to basically do this Game of Thrones Funko Showdown with my fabulous guests, Funko-Fanatics, Fandom D Saint, Andrew Saunders, and even Felicia's here. And again, I'm happier than a Dornishman dressed as a goat for this. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and basically introduce my guests. Felicia, you're first. Ladies first.
Hey everybody, it's Felicia. I don't have as many pops as these guys, but I'm just like I belong. Continue. Segue.
Andrew.
G'day, I'm Andrew. For those of you who don't realise, I'm from Australia. Friends with Milt and Felicia and BBM or Fandom Saint, whatever we're calling him these days. And I love Funko Pops, and I was very glad to get an invitation for our second time we're talking about Funko Pops together, and this time on Game of Thrones, which is, of course, one of my favourite subjects. So thank you, Milt, for having me.
Yeah, and Andrew sounds like he just woke up. Go ahead, BBM, or Fandom D Saint. What's happening with you?
Well, hey, all, Fandom D Saint here, the artist formerly known as BBM, because everyone on this panel and the live chat is going to be calling me BBM for pretty much here on out at this point. I am glad to be here, the second Funko Pop stream I've ever been in my history of being in live streams. I cannot wait for this one.
That is awesome, and you know, guys, you guys are in for a treat. Think about it: Game of Thrones and Funko Pops. What could be better than that on a Tuesday evening? So, but you know, since you guys are on the Westeros Ninja channel, we can't begin unless there's some trivia involved. And what we have here is basically a slide of Game of Thrones Funko trivia. So, 2 points here. The first point is that there have been 104 Game of Thrones Funko Pops that have been produced until now. Okay, that seems like a lot, but in comparison, Disney has 520 Funko Pops that have been produced. I mean, whoa, go figure. I mean, that just shows you how popular Disney is. And the second point is that the most valuable Game of Thrones figure is the Ned Stark headless version. That's number 2 in the series, I believe. And the estimated value of that guy per the Pop Price Guide is $1,840 US. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I'm never gonna spend a Funko Pop that much. And if I do, Game of Thrones theories with Marie, you have my permission to literally throw me off a cliff.
What about you, Andrew? Any comments on the price of that headless Ned Funko Pop?
If I had $2,000 to spare, I would definitely get that bloody thing. It's the only one that I'm missing out of the entire collection. So, yeah, I want it. I want it bad.
All right. And, you know, and just as an added bonus, I'm showing 2 pictures. One of Maisie Williams, basically showing off her Arya Stark Funko. And we have Sophie Turner on the right showing off a Ned Stark Funko. So go figure that. Go Sophie. So anyway, I'm going to go now, and we're going to go and actually get on with our list here. So basically, each of the guys are going to show off their favorite Game of Thrones Funkos, and basically we'll get to talk about them. So let's go. And let's start off with Fandom D saying, let's do your number 10 Funko. So we're going to show 10 Funkos each.
Sure. And I know you're about to call me BBM, Mel. I sense that.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to call you Fandom D Saint.
Okay, so number 10 has to be the Funko that pretty much is always, you know, positioned in my bed. The Cersei Lannister Funko Pop. The first mold of Cersei Funko Pop that Funko has ever done. You know, when she has her long hair, you know, we miss those days. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that misses it. Like, seriously, D&D, they could just give her another wig or something. Come on now. Come on. Long hair Cersei season 8. Who's with me? But yes. Number 10, Cersei Lannister.
Is there a flocked version of that Funko so you can kind of like, you know,
I swear this dude is obsessed with like flocked Funkos, man. But hell, if it was a flocked one, I would have brought it, and then I would just like pressing it against my cheek for that flockedness, man. It's comfortable.
Now you got to remember that they only use flocked for animals, so or half animal, half human creatures or whatever, like a centaur or something like that. You'll never get a flocked person unless they were wearing, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but
it probably yeah, true. That is true.
But isn't Cersei a lion?
Yeah, but she's not going to be wrapped in the lion clothing, is she?
Felicia, any thoughts on Cersei as Fandom's number 10?
Was there supposed to be any other answer to one of his favorites? Like, I knew she'd be on the list. She's lower than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah. So have I. But so did I. But maybe there's another Funko Pop of Cersei coming up further up on the
I'm
list.
sure he's got multiple.
You know, because, you know, I'm sure they made a Cersei Pop with and without the wig. So, all right, number 10, Andrew, talk to us. What's your guy?
All right.
Okay.
I went with a valuable list as well as being favorites, and my number 10 has to be Hold That Bloody Door, Hodor. So Yeah, all my Game of Thrones ones are actually out of their boxes because I never intend on selling them. So I put them proudly on display. So that's why, yeah, you're not seeing any box. But yeah, Hodor.
So how much is that worth, Andrew? I mean, is that an uncommon one, or is that an early one, or is that
It's part of the original ones. That, I think the original 8 or something that came out. I'll just bring it up on our very lovely app called Stashpedia that you can have a look at the prices of things in your own collection and things that you're wanting to buy, so you know you're not overpaying for things.
All right. So you know, as I understand, most of the regular size Funkos are about 3.5 inches tall. Is that right? So
3 point. I think they're 3.75.
okay, 3.75 inches. All right. Are you
Yeah.
kind of a little disappointed that Hodor wasn't just like a little bit bigger than the rest of those Funkos?
I definitely was. Yeah. He should have been bigger.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, did they make it like an extra large size Hodor? Like, you know, don't they
No,
usually have like 10-inch version Funkos?
they have made 6-inch and 10-inch Funkos, but the 6-inch ones are just the giants, and also the like riding the dragons and stuff, like the one that you mentioned at the start of the stream.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Hodel was only a cheap one. He's only $15.
Okay.
But he is definitely not easy to find anymore.
So is he vaulted, officially vaulted, or
he is vaulted. You
wow,
can,
only $15, man. I mean that.
oh, sorry, not 50, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. He is $172. I looked at the price. Yeah, I looked at the price above instead of the price underneath. So, yeah, so $172 for Hodor.
Whoa.
So yeah,
I mean, Hodor's making it rain. So
he is.
So, BB fandom, Felicia, any thoughts about Hodor as number 10 on Andrew's list?
I have one question. Does he hold the door when you like go inside of like your apartment?
Oh yeah, he does. He gets up. You know, he'll hold any door for me.
Worth over $100.
Yeah.
When you said hold the door, I thought it was going to be one of those moments of like Hodor dying, and then it was just Hodor, and I was like, oh, that's disappointing.
I wish they did that. Those moments are cool. I only just got a new moment the other day, but we won't talk about that yet. But yeah, but Hodor is my choice.
All right. Any surprises of Hodor being Andrew's number 10 choice? Anybody?
I thought it would be higher, honestly. Just it being Hodor, but I don't know. Who knows? I'm interesting about this list.
So maybe
I got to give you guys credit for being able to list things, because I don't think I can list things in order of my favorite, because I just love or hate everything.
I mean, it's easy to list things, you know, just the simple way is just to do it by like value. That's what I would do.
I knew you were going to say that.
Anyway, so let's get on with the number 9 Funkos, and let's go to BBM. Tell us what your number 9 Funko is.
Okay, so number 9, where did I put it? I swear I'm gonna start like losing these Funkos around my room before I even like reach number 5. But number 9 has to be Bran Stark. And this is like the second one they made of him. The first one was him standing. And I'm just like, come on now. Where is him in a damn wheelchair? Which was like the second one that they made. And this has not only him in the wheelchair, but holding the same dagger that Littlefinger gave him. You know, I was like, yeah, that's just fantastic. So that has to be my number 9 right there. Bran Stark.
Looks like Bran has a little bit of a vitamin D deficiency going on there, you know, with that color. So
and all that time in the tree, man.
I'm not sure if that's a manufacturing flaw, or did they, you know, want him to look like a ghost or an unhealthy, malnourished child.
He is the three-eyed raven, you know. I guess the three-eyed raven skin is not supposed to like look like the others, I'm guessing. There you go. There you go.
So you were saying that this is the second Bran Stark.
Yeah, the first one is just him standing, you know,
Okay.
no wheelchair. So it's like, okay, hopefully that's when I'm guessing when he is, you know, green scene, whatever it's called, in freaking Game of Thrones. When he was like always like standing, he's not even sitting. Last time I checked, when he was doing that, so I'm thinking season 7 when was he like standing or so? But I don't know. I gotta rewatch season 7.
All right, Andrew, Felicia, any thoughts about Bran Stark, the second version in the wheelchair?
Yeah, the second version seriously was much better than the first version because it was logic to see Bran in a wheelchair, considering when they released it. Like if they had have released it when he was in Winterfell as a young boy, you would expect him to be walking, or if they had released it, later on in the seasons, when he's being carted around, they'd show him in the back of a cart or something like that. But it was more relevant to it. I think the only thing that we were obviously getting the standing brand for was because of the visions. I think that's and that's why they did that brand. But to me, I'd rather see Bran in a wheelchair than standing. I'm really sorry, but yeah.
All right. So
there's only 2 brands that have ever been made.
Yeah,
you asked if I had a question. I have questions too, and I have another question, but I want to save it for the end, so you guys have to remind me because I will forget.
Okay.
So what would have been cool if they had a Hodor pop and behind them was like a little Bran. That would have been epic. But no,
that would be.
We haven't got that.
Totally agree.
So Felicia, are you done with your question, or do you want to ask another question?
I don't know where to ask this question, so I'm just asking out. What character has the most pops?
It's either a tie between. It could be Jon Snow. It's either Jon Snow or Dany has the most pops.
Okay, because that was my question, but I should have asked it at the beginning, so I was gonna save it for the end. But I know I was gonna forget it, so I was asking now. Someone Google that shit.
I thought it was Tyrion.
You think it's Tyrion?
Yeah, but I could be wrong.
Google.
Somebody
Google it.
Somebody can
Alexa.
look it up.
I think there's about 3 or 4, but there's more Johns though.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool to have a Funko scene, with the broken tower at Winterfell, and then Bran Stark, and you're just falling, and that's like a Funko. It's just like
then in the window you would see Jaime on top of Cersei. Or something.
I know. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because the Funko Pop company do make dioramas like that, right? Just kind of like scenes as well as individual figures. So wouldn't that be cool to have the broken tower and a falling Bran Stark? I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a pivotal moment in Game of Thrones. So
got me to continue watching the show after episode 1.
Yeah.
But they're toys. You think they're going to show something like that?
Oh, come on.
Hold up.
They're supposed to be. But they're supposed to be cartoon, silly, goofy looking things. I don't think they would depict something as serious as...
Here, look at this. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see in the light there, but it even says, not a toy, it's a collectible. So
and they do have scenes.
They're meant to be on display. No one really displays attempted child murder. It's not really something you see on display often.
Yeah, I just got it one, and it's got the boat going down the drain. So
is Georgie still there?
Georgie's there, and the clown's there waiting to.
Okay, but they're not showing the actual,
They have.
I think we actually don't see it.
They have a Pennywise where he actually has.
If they were showing him are his arms out? Okay, never mind. If his arms are reaching out, then I take it all back.
Yeah, still, I think it'd be really, really cool. All right, Andrew, what's your number 9?
My number 9. Okay, The King in the North Arises. Robb Stark.
Now, have they only made one version of this?
They only have one version,
okay. And
it came out, I believe it was part of the second series.
Okay.
Yeah. And, he's really, really hard to come by. But, yeah.
Oh, cool.
was definitely a fan of Rob, and for the first 3 seasons, because I watched the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones before. I think the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones before I read the books, and so obviously for the first 2 seasons, I was rooting for the Starks. So, hail the King of the North,
and
or the King who lost the North.
And so how much is that worth? If you don't mind me asking.
Hang on, I'll have a look.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure it's one of these early ones, right? So it has to be probably worth just as much as Hodor, is my guess.
Yeah, like 90 or 100 or so at this point, because you don't see these ever in stores anymore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So while Andrew's like, trying to check out the prices. So where would you find like the best deals on old Funkos these days? I mean,
besides eBay, they could be lucky if you go to a thrift shop and someone happens to sell their Funkos, and it could actually be valuable.
Okay.
But other than that, eBay, there's like this new one, Mercari, but that's like in the US where you can possibly find them, and you can always do like offers. So hopefully the person selling it can give you like a cheaper deal if you ask. But other than that, those are like the few that I know. I
mean, could you potentially find one like say at a Goodwill? I mean, have people actually found like rare?
Yeah, there have been like what's that cartoon show? I forgot, where those like 2 gentlemen, one has like yellow hair. I know, right? Oh my gosh, it was like on Adult Swim. Like I had to like think of it, and they had a movie.
Oh, those 2 adults.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you said it was a cartoon?
Yeah, and like one of them has like orange
Rick
hair.
and Morty?
No, not orange hair, yellow hair or so. I can't honestly. It will come to me like during the stream. If not, I'll just tomorrow I'll just tell Milt to like redo the live stream, and then I'll just say the names and they come back.
My mom got 2 of my Funkos because she works at Salvation Army, but they're not like valuable or anything.
Is it Bert and Ernie or something? Or no?
So it was like a really cheap deal for like $1,000 Funko. Was that
they were like worth at the time, like both each, they were worth like over $100, and someone was giving it away for like $10.
Oh wow,
it was ridiculous.
Well, the rule at Salvation Army and like thrift stores, because my mom works there, I know, is what they do is they look up the price of an item. So they get something like a couch or a computer, they look up the price and they put a fraction of that price for so that person did not do their research like they were supposed to.
It's a new employee, I'm guessing. They're like,
or they might have just looked up how much a Funko is worth and just
that too, retail price, yeah.
Because my mom said she paid like $2 for these Funkos that she got me, like together, because she works at Salvation Army and they were probably like 50 cents a piece. One's got a huge dent in it, so I'm like, okay, you get what you pay for.
So Andrew, did you get a price yet? I mean, I got a
did,
price.
Yes, okay. Yeah, $179 Australian. So what's that American?
It's like $127 American.
Yeah.
So it's wow, man. I mean, you're showing.
I don't like Rob like that, honestly. He lost us the war. I'm not paying $129 for that.
Yeah. And how much? And how much was your brand Fandom? How much was that worth?
I believe that was like near like $10 or so last time I checked.
I think
no, $11 or so, because it's like still a common.
Yeah.
But the Cersei is like near going for like $21 to $30 because she's vaulted. Okay. I'm guessing because the season is like new season starting up. Like those early Funkos and people are getting into the show, and also like Funko collectors that don't have, they will start buying. And if people are like, selling them for like over retail, they buy over retail or so. So
yeah,
makes sense.
It's not about the price, Mel. It's about the sentimental value.
Yeah, but I think Fandom is saving his, like his heavy hitters for like his top 5. I think in terms of monetary value. I think that's what his plan is.
Maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, it would be cool to have like a Rob Stark Funko with interchangeable heads, like one with his regular head and one with Grey Wind.
Now that would be cool.
I know, that would be hot, man. But anyway, I would definitely buy that. So, all right. So we're down to number 8, Fandom.
Okay, so this number 8, I'm kind of cheating because it's kind of like a moment that comes with like 2 Funkos, but I don't care. has to be the Battle of the Bastards that came with Ramsay Bolton and Jon Snow. Like, I think even though this is like wasn't like Funko wasn't doing like a movie, actually movie or TV show moments at the time, but like this was like one of them that was like, yeah, I have to get. One, I already had another Jon Snow, but I didn't have a Ramsay. And literally before I was about to buy like the Ramsay that came by itself common, oh no, it was a common, it was like a GameStop exclusive. I saw that they were doing this and I said, okay, I just have to. I just have to. But seriously, just remembering that moment, it's like Ramsay could have did something else. He really could have killed Jon instead of killing 1-1. But no, but still, greatness. That is. Even has like, you know, forgot the house for this. With the freaking bear. Is it the Mormont? There we go.
Mormont.
There we go. There we go.
And her 14 men or something like that.
And again, it looks like there's a couple Funkos who look like characters off the set of Twilight. So
really,
right? I was just thinking those ones look really pale too.
Yeah. So anyway, I looked it up, and that set is about $17. So that's actually a really good value for 2 Funkos there. And any thoughts, guys, on the Battle of the Bastards? You think it should have been done?
So you're saying that was when the moments before moments were a thing?
Pretty much.
Yes, it was.
Oh, so it was too school for cool. Got it.
Yeah.
So it's I have it and I love it. You know, when they brought it out, I thought, oh, like this is cool. I like that they're doing it like that now. And then all of a sudden they did these moments and fucking.
No one even acknowledges that it's a moment. It is like, oh yeah, that's just the Jon Snow and Randy Bolton back.
Yeah, I was like super excited about them. Yeah.
And Felicia, I mean, if they're gonna do something like the Battle of the Bastards, they should do a broken tower and a falling brand. Just saying. I mean, it's just as serious of a scene.
They should do Lyanna Mormont's death when she dies.
That's all I'll say. All right.
Slowly crumbling of grayscale.
So that's number 8 for Fandom, the Battle of the Bastards. All right, Andrew, your turn. Number 8.
Okay, so my number 8 is none other than the Hound.
Ooh.
Yes.
Unboxed.
Unboxed the Hound. He is one of the very favorite characters in the entire series. I love the Hound. You know, all of his lines are classic, and he was definitely had to go into my top 10, and it was a hard place to try and work out whether I ranked it by value or by favorites. And if it was done by value, yes, he's in my top 10. And if it was done by favorites, he'd also be in my top 10. So, yeah, that's my number 8.
And according to the Stashopedia, that thing's worth about $100.
Yeah, well, 149, I think, Australian or something like that. So yeah, that's.
So from Hodor, you know, to the Hound, you're actually going down in value, but you're going up on your lists, higher on your list. Interesting trend there, man. And only one Hound Funko that's ever been made.
Yeah, there's only one Hound. Yeah, they definitely. I would have loved if they had done one with him with his helm on, but they never did it. So I'm hoping when the series finally finishes and they start bringing out as many as they can while it's still popular enough to make money out of, we do get one with him with his helm. But
yeah. And I think it would be cool to have a Hound in like civilian clothing with a hatchet. Sort of like, you know, when he was with Brother Ray.
Totally, yeah. Like that. Yeah,
cool.
I'm all for that too. Yeah, like you need variants and chases and in all sorts of characters, and you know, I think we've had enough Jon Snows at the moment. I think we've had plenty of Daenerys as well. So yeah, I'd like to see a few other characters for a change.
Yeah, cool. BBM, Felicia, any thoughts on Mr. Sandor Clegane?
The
They
fact that
should
he
have
only
had
has
him with
one
chicken.
Funko is very upsetting. I won. It was who could talk faster, and I won.
Yeah, but mine was like
Just
a
letting you
shorter
know.
sentence, so yeah.
It's a shame that there's only one hound. Hearing that there's only one hound is very upsetting because he's got a lot of great moments that they could have made moments with.
Yeah, and that thing's vaulted too, and it's $100, man. That's pretty pricey. So, all right, fandom top 7 here.
Has to be one of the new recent exclusives for like the Game of Thrones that came out in New York City Comic Con of 2018. Beric Dondarrion. I really love this one the most because it's not the standard pose. You know, it actually has him in an action pose with his actual sword ablaze. Like it would have been even an extra touch if the sword was like a glow in the dark. But no, but I'll still take it. I'll still take it.
Nice, nice, flaming sword and everything. So is this an exclusive? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exclusive to the New York Comic Con 2018. I think they shared it to Box Lunch, if I'm not mistaken. One of the retailers that sells Funko Pops. But like and now it's
We
like
got
sold
it.
out. But for Andy, I think what's the website? Cause
Popculture.com.
there you go.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts, Andrew, Felicia, on Beric? You think it's a little bit too late for him?
Is it too late?
Yeah, I mean, he only came out in 2018. Do you think he should have came out earlier, or do you think that was the right timing for Beric to come out?
Mm.
Oh, look, each to their own, really. You know, I think Beric's probably in a decent position for the type of character he is. I'm a big fan of Beric, and you know, I mean, like in the books, I was very disappointed when his character, you know, bit the dust. But you know, I'm glad the show's kept him around for the final battle, or hopefully part of it.
That's what I was just thinking.
Good.
Oh, I'm gonna keep interrupting you, bro. It's just this is gonna be all night.
Well, I hope that they made a Funko Pop moment of the Hound versus Beric. That would have been epic if they actually would make that. And that would probably be like the second, like kind of like Hound Funko Pop they would have made. But so far, they haven't like made another Hound at all. But at least we got a Beric, and it is just in time because in season 7 was episode 6 with the battle. At that battle, he was there. So if he wasn't there, then I highly doubt fans would even like remember. At least the casual fans would have been like, "Wait a minute, who the hell is this dude?"
Well, that makes sense why he only gets one Funko now, because even like, no, like I don't mean to be a book snob, but you're not supposed to even be there, bro. So be lucky that you got a Funko Pop and the showrunners felt bad for you and didn't want to make Catelyn Stark a zombie. So more D&D fake news.
Yep, it's all about D&D fake news. And there's plenty of streams about D&D fake news. Alternative facts, whatever you want to use in terms of modern day political vernacular is there. So, right. So, good stuff, man. Beric Dondarrion, Fandom D Saints, number 7. All right, Andrew. And it's worth $28, by the way. Which is cheap for an exclusive.
Retail
Andrew.
was like $15. And now it's like 28.
That was my question. So you do not have that one, Andrew?
I do have it.
Retail $15.
You were
It's
able
almost
to,
100%
you were able
profit.
you were able to get it online?
Yeah.
Did you have to pay way more than he did?
I think it was $24.99 Australian. So
Oh, that's easy out.
Yeah. Whatever the case is, it's still 100% return on investment. You basically double your double the worth. So good investing. All right, number 7, Andrew.
Okay, mine is Lord Tywin Lannister in his gold armor rather than the silver-colored armor. Tywin Lannister is one of my very favorite characters in the show, and obviously Charles Dance was a brilliant actor who portrayed the character. I really could not imagine someone doing a better job than this. So, you know, in 20 years' time, when it goes for a remake, and I still reckon Charles Dance, people will be talking about his performance as Tywin Lannister, you know, being that amazing. And yeah, and for that, I'm glad I was able to get a Tywin Pop, and he is definitely well deserving of a top 10 mention.
So okay, so you said that there are two variants. So there's a gold armor version and a silver armor version. So did they come out at the same time?
But yeah, they would have come out at the same time, but they weren't. That was before they did chases, so it was a variant, not a chase.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I'm looking up right now the price. So the gold one's at $88, and the silver one's at $81. So that pattern of yours is still holding. You know, as you're going higher in your list, the actual market value is going down for your Game of Thrones Funkos.
Oh my goodness, it's not about money, bro.
no, it's just an interesting trend. Fandom, Felicia, any comments on Mr. Lannister?
They should have made a second variant where you could have had him dying on a toilet.
You know, you need to go. You need to ask us individually if we have a comment, not all together.
Well,
come on.
You know, it's a free for all here.
Work the panel.
It's a free for all, Felicia. So, do you have anything important to say, Felicia, or was that it?
My only comment is your comment.
All right, good. Thanks, and I'll take that into consideration for the next next Funkos on the list. So, Fandom number 6. What is it?
So, number 6. I'm not taking this one out of the box, damn it. This one. Hopefully you can like see it perfectly with the lighting and things still. But yeah, Jaime Lannister, you know, have him. And this one, because I think there's like, what, 2 variants of Jaime Lannister. The first one is him, you know, with his longer hair, and he has both hands. This one, he's also in the suit and the armor as well. But this one, no. Is him with just one of his hands, one of the other is gold. I actually love this one. I was gonna go get the one with the soldier, but at the same time, it's like he doesn't have both of his hands anymore. So I'd rather get the one where he has the gold one. So there you go.
Man, pretty cool. And we're looking at a $31 Funko right there. And is this like a pretty old Funko, like 2012, 2013?
This was like the 5th wave, so it's kind of like, I think the year which Oberyn was in the season. Forgot which year was when that came out.
Season 4.
Yeah, so it's around that time.
And yeah, and it looks like the one with Jaime in the gold armor is like $61.
Yeah, because you can't find that in the store, and actually can't even find really both of these at the store anymore.
Yeah. And there's some sort of like Freddy Funko line with Jaime Lannister. That's like $2,000, $2,100.
I think it's like limited number. I think so.
Pretty insane. Now, what is Freddy Funko?
Freddy Funko is like the mascot for Funko. And what they do is that, you know, in this case with the Jaime Lannister one, they pretty much, you know, had Freddy Funko dressed up in the suit of army of Jaime Lannister. Sometimes they do this with like Pennywise. They actually have, you know, Freddy Funko Pennywise, which is like the Freddy Funko Pop decorated, you know, with the face paint and the hair of Pennywise. They do this with a lot of characters.
Oh, wow. So, Andrew, comments, thoughts on Jaime?
Yeah, no. I think most people like Jaime Lannister, whether you like him pre-losing his hand or post-losing his hand or both. Yeah, I think it was good. I have both pops, luckily, so I've got him in his gold armor and he's lost a hand with the gold hand. Yeah. So good choice, I say.
Right, Felicia, it's your turn now. Okay.
I'm keeping track so far. What number are we on?
That was
6.
6.
And we already got 2 Lannisters on the list.
Yeah,
okay, I'm just making a mental note.
There may be a lot more coming up. I think I got a feeling on that. I think in the top 5, the most popular house will be Lannisters. That's my guess. Maybe the Starks. Maybe, you know, it could be a fight between the Starks and the Lannisters because no other house is important.
I think the big guns are gonna start coming out. The larger boxes and size is about to matter.
I think we'll be seeing a lot more boxed Funkos soon. So anyway, All right. Andrew, numero seis.
Okay, so the next one I chose, it was kind of a Lannister. Yes, I think he's pure Lannister on both sides. King Joffrey
Yes.
of House Baratheon and Lannister, but wink, wink, we all know he's a double Lannister. And there he is. You know? He is very hard to get a hold of. And yeah, sorry, not selling him. You could offer me $10,000 and I'll tell you to get jammed.
Okay.
So what if I offered you headless Ned Stark? Would you trade it for that?
I got some Facebook stock I can sell you for that. All right. Yeah. Hey, can you hold it up for a minute over there?
Yeah, hang
I
on.
mean, I think these are one of the earlier series of Game of Thrones Funkos.
They
Look at
are,
that detail on that crown. I mean, that thing's pretty exquisite in terms of the detail. So, do you think that they actually put more detail in making their Funkos back then? In 2012, 2013 versus now, or do you think the level quality is the same?
I think it's the same. It's just like they're all going into winter gear now.
Oh, okay. Mr. Fandom, what do you think?
That is still on my wish list of Game of Thrones Funko. It's Joffrey and Oberyn. And I'm still waiting for actually a good price. And every time I'm trying to save up and actually get one, it sells out. And then the value rises up again. So I think it's around, what, 130 or so right now?
Yep, 128 on stash.
Ah, come on now. Come on. I can't go that high anymore. I can't. I'm sorry. Unless it comes with another Funko with it, then maybe.
What do you think, Felicia? We've had 2 Lannisters back to back.
Yeah, Lannister and everything but name. But on your point of the quality of the Funkos, I have an opinion on that. Maybe they made them better quality then because they didn't think the show would last and they'd be making 19 million of them. So maybe when they thought they were only going to do a couple, they're probably like, let's really make these look cool. And now they're like, crap, we need a variant. What do we do? Give them a sword. Like before they had like creativity.
Yeah. I mean that crown is really good for a vinyl figure. I mean, in terms of the detail on that crown. So, yeah, really, really nice piece. Wish I can have it. $128. All right, so guys, this is the top 5 now. All right, and I think we're gonna switch it up here, and we're gonna make we're gonna start with Andrew to show off his top 5. So what is it, Andrew? What is your number 5?
My number 5 just happens to be a very rare piece and happens to be a female for a choice. And this is Ygritte. She is as rare as tits on a ball. So, and yeah. She's definitely one of my most favorite characters. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah. She looks a little bit like the Black Widow, in that kind of like that black armor in the lighting, that red hair. But yeah. I mean, it's beautiful, and it's $165 on Stashpedia. Man, we're getting some expensive toys here. Fandom. Ygritte, is that something that you want?
No, I don't want one. Even though I like the character on the show. But like, oh my gosh, it's like over $100, damn it. It's like a lot of these like Funkos with Game of Thrones. It's like if they only made like one of them and they're popular, but for all I know, it's either one, they like her because they like the character, or because the actress married Jon Snow actor. So it's like, okay, that's why the value went up? Who knows?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Felicia? You have any thoughts about Ygritte? You think there should have been more, like with her and a bunch of furs? Or maybe a diorama with her and Jon in a cave?
They can't do that. How rare is she? You said she's super rare, but how rare? How rare is super rare?
She's vaulted and over $100.
But she wasn't an exclusive, right? So I mean,
No, she wasn't. She was a common at the time.
No,
Which one? Was she one of the early ones?
Yeah.
Had to have been. Had to been one of the early seasons.
yeah.
Well, there's your just as the feminine. I mean, as the resident feminist here, I have to point out that's your first female on the list, Andrew. He had one. His first one was a female, so I can't yell at him. I get to yell at you now.
All right, that's good. Okay. That's awesome. All right, okay, fandom number 5 on your list.
Let me get a female before, Felicia says some type of feminist comment towards me next. So we got here, it's still in the box.
I think she wants like an Oliver figure.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Number 5.
So
Sorry.
yeah, number 5, Sansa Stark. When she was at the Vale getting ready to, leave after saying, "Oh yeah, it wasn't like Littlefinger that killed my aunt, whatever." Though, but yeah, this is like the only Sansa Funko Pop. And because of that, it's like rare at this point. Because I believe she's vaulted as well, right? Even though she is a common, and I got her like what? 2 years ago almost at the HBO shop, and there was just like one left, and at the time it was like worth $40. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is this still on the shelves here? And especially in an HBO shop, I would guess Game of Thrones fans would go and see her and then buy her out, but now they're completely like sold out. And good thing I brought her like just in time. And Timo, you're watching this, my apologies, but yeah, she's still like one of my favorites, even though you hate damn Sansa Stark. But yeah, even just the details in it, it's just like, I'm surprised. It's supposed to make like another Sansa Funko Pop of like her dress, but like in King's Landing. But I'm guessing they gave up on it and just said, "Oh, we're just gonna do this one instead."
Man, nice. So I'm assuming that low number means that it's like maybe second run or third run, perhaps.
Yeah,
of Game of
it
Thrones
would have been,
runs.
but no, it's like the fourth run.
Okay.
Yeah. Edition 4 that came with that Jon Snow, Castle Black, the Samuel toy that Felicia has, and Peter Baelish.
Oh, okay. And Andrew, what do you think about Sansa? I mean, only one of them were ever made.
Well, this is what I think. I'm not a Sansa hater by any means. I think I just wanted them to make Sansa when she was at King's Landing in a nice, pretty dress, rather than the dark dress that they gave her in the Vale. And her hair doesn't even look red, and I'm just like, yeah. So I was a little bit disappointed in that pop. Let's just say I'd have been happy if it was a variant, but. Yeah, I would have preferred King's Landing Sansa to come out.
I think it would have been cool to have Sansa Stark in that hairdo that made her look like Dracula from like the Gary Oldman version Dracula. With that hairdo.
Really?
Yeah, I think that would be looking. I think that would have been really cool to have that kind of figure. Anyway,
Sansa with the rose at the tourney of the hand would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But I love Beauty and the Beast, so I might just had a Belle moment there.
Any thoughts about Sansa, though? Felicia?
They should have her with a goddamn rose. They need a rose. I have now decided this.
You think there should be more Sansa Stark figurines as the resident?
How many are there?
One.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. That's unacceptable. Especially as like the second main, like there's what, like 4 or 5 lead women characters. That's kind of bullshit. Like, does she have the least compared to the other ones? Because then I know she's not a beloved character, but that's just ridiculous. This woman is so much a victim. Like, can they victimize her anymore?
All right. Great. Okay. Andrew, number 4.
Okay, so
Sansa,
my
$64, by the way. $64 for Sansa. Sorry.
64. My 4th pick was it was a very hard one to get at the time when I was buying. But I was very lucky that a second batch came through to Pop Culture, and anyway, that was to go alongside his life companion Rob Stark, and that is none other than Greywind himself. Yes. So Greywind was extremely hard to get and is quite valuable pop. So I was very happy to get him. As opposed to, I do also have Ghost, but Ghost is worth next to nothing really, and Greywind is worth so much more. But yeah, so he's a cool looking little direwolf.
Nice. And that thing is worth $160. So, I mean, your most valuable Funko is still Hodor at 172.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's getting up there. $160 for Greywind. Fandom.
God damn it. I wonder what costs more, buying that or buying an actual dog.
Yeah, I mean, any thoughts? I mean, would you buy a direwolf?
I can't buy a direwolf Funko when they have Cersei Lannister up in here, man. She's gonna end up killing it, bro. You can't do that.
Hey, Felicia, there was a direwolf sighting. What do you think?
Sorry, there was a cheeseburger sighting.
Okay, that's good.
No, I love his pops. Oh, by the way, Andrew, Johnny just got home and he keeps screaming your name, and I keep telling him that I'm muted and you can't hear him. But go ahead, baby, yell. Tell.
I heard him that time. Johnny.
Stella. All right. I think that was the end of her commentary. All right. So, what's going on, Fandom? You're number 4.
Okay, number 4 has to be Where is she? The number 4. Oh my gosh! I almost took off my headphones just getting it. Has to be Cersei Lannister in black, with the damn crown, with greatness, the greatness that is Cersei damn Lannister. This is the Cersei that's in the box that I don't take out. The only other one I do take out is the one with the long hair. But yes, the greatness that is Cersei Lannister as number 4. You know, greatness. It would have been great if they actually included green fire in the background.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
That would have been epic. That would have been epic.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. And that thing is actually pretty relatively cheap. It's only $12.
Apparently, the disrespect on Cersei Lannister.
So tell me, why is that? Is that because they're still making it and it's just so popular, or I mean, what's going on with?
Yeah, because she was like the recent one, like what, edition 7? I think the latest one is like edition 8. So because she's like so recent, it's still a common. You can still find her in stores.
So, okay, I have a question about like production runs and whatever. Now, within a certain run, say like, the 7th edition, do they make equal numbers of every Funko in that 7th edition? Or do they purposely...
as long as it's not a common.
Okay.
An exclusive, as long as it's not an exclusive, because in this run, they have the exclusive, the mountain, and they don't have the same amount of numbers, like limited.
Okay.
But how limited, we don't know. I just know it's more limited than the common.
Okay, but like, okay, if it's not an exclusive, then it'll be equal numbers of each of those dolls within a certain run.
Yeah, that's what they tell us.
He just called them dolls, guys. Freak out.
God damn it.
Okay. Figures.
Prepared to be blah, I gave up. I fucked up. I was gonna say beware. Damn it. I give up.
Okay, Felicia, any other comments on that, or was that it?
I have to keep myself muted because Johnny's doing a lot of screaming in the background. But I'm here, don't worry.
Okay. So, hey, Queen Cersei at number 4 on Fandom's list. That's kind of a surprise.
So we've got 3 Lannisters and 2 Cerseis. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he's ran out of Cerseis here.
Yeah, they're making another Cersei on the Iron Throne coming soon for like the next new season. I'm guessing it may come out like within like March or April or so. That I may not buy because I already have an Iron Throne. So it's like I might be just running out of room by then. So I don't know. I don't know. If Cersei lives season 8, which she probably will, I'll then buy it. But if she dies, I'm not buying it. There we go.
Someone
Quote me on
got
that.
some wishful thinking. You're gonna save some money, bro. Guarantee it.
All right, Andrew. Any thoughts about Cersei, or do you wish they would make more Cerseis?
Well, I was surprised being a major character, she didn't actually get more. You know, because we got heaps of Johns, heaps of Dannys, quite a few Tyrions, and who else? Got a couple. Even no, Samuel only got 2, I think. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, she was a major character, and she probably deserved to have just as many made. And I mean, Jamie himself should have got some extras as well, because he only had the hand cut off one, and then the one in the suit, where we could have seen him out of his Kingsguard armor and in his Lannister armor. Or we could have seen him, you know, when he was in his rags on after he had his hands cut off, and you know, no golden hand there, so yeah, just a bleeding stump.
All right. Okay. Okay, guys. So we are in the top 3 now. The final 3. So I think this is where the heavy hitters are going to come out. And Andrew, you're first. What is your third favorite Game of Thrones Funko?
Okay, I went with Rhaegal the dragon. He or she, because I think they're all he's, but you know, they can change genders. But yeah, that's Rhaegal. It is one of the more expensive of the 3 dragons that you can get when they are little hatchlings or whatever you want to call them.
Hey, you mind holding it up again? Because I mean, I'm looking at the detail, like on the wings and the head, and that thing's pretty cool. I mean, there's some really good detail on that vinyl figure there, and yeah, I mean, really, really nice. And this thing is worth, believe it or not, $231 on Stashopedia.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, why is this worth more than the other dragons in the set? I mean, was this intentionally an exclusive versus, say, Drogon and Viserion, or were they actually made in the same numbers?
I think they were made in less numbers. I think that's why that one was. I think Drogon was the one that came out with the most amount. So that's why when you look at his price is cheaper. But yeah, Rhaegal and was it Viserion are more expensive, but Rhaegal is the most expensive of the three dragons.
Man, 231 bones. What do you think, Fandom?
Oh my gosh, it's like it's not even like more. So I'm curious, like, what will be worth more if they're selling like a dire wolf and a dragon? Like, I would expect the dragon to be more, but in this case, it's the dire wolf that's more. But two, I don't like want any other dragons besides the Icy Viserion that I have. So it's like, yeah, not gonna bother. But I remember they had like a 3-pack of them, and like they were like metallic. You have those, Andrew?
No, I don't. I didn't buy the metallics for them. No.
Yeah, and that thing's worth about $112 for that 3-pack. And there's a $25 set with Rhaegal, Drogon, Viserion, and Ice Viserion.
Yeah, those are like the Dorbs. Yeah, the Dorbs one.
Okay, so the $25 for that. Man, $231 is a lot for a Funko. Felicia, what do you think?
I just wanted to say that my dragon is bigger than your dragon. But
there you go.
Size doesn't only matters most of the time.
Where's your dragon, Felicia?
Oh yeah, one of my 2 Funko Pops. I have
Okay.
Viserion before death. So I really want to get a Sharpie and just color in his eyes so bad.
Why are you gonna just do that?
I don't want to open it. And it was also a gift. Both of my Game of Thrones Funkos were gifts.
And that Visarion is worth $113.
No way.
There's only one Visarion. Okay, hold a minute. There's a
No,
6
she has the
Visarion.
6-inch one. She
Okay,
has the
6-inch
6-inch
one.
I got the big one.
Okay, yeah, that's worth $15.
I'm gonna say because I know who bought it for me, and I know he wouldn't pay that much for it.
All right.
I'm honestly shocked by that. I thought that after his death, like that was gonna like skyrocket, but it didn't really. Like,
Well, they probably just sold them in bulk. So when you mass produce, you lose value.
Okay. So I mean, I think before we get on to fandoms number 3, I mean, here's just a philosophical question for you guys, being Funko fanatics here. Do you find yourself buying Game of Thrones Funkos because you love the characters, or do you buy them because you think they're going to go up in value?
I'm answering first, and I get them because people love to buy me stuff.
All right.
really?
Okay, so you basically have no choice what Funkos you get. Basically, they just buy you whatever they can find. Okay, now fandom.
For me, I buy my favorite characters, but I'm still like missing like Tyrion and Arya. I haven't got them yet because I'm hoping they make another Tyrion and another Arya, but they only made like one Arya, so I'm pretty much just waiting. So when season 8 ends and no Arya's in sight, I probably have to like buy the original one, and she's like still like low, like around like what, $12 or so. Unless she like rose to 20, then I might as well just buy her now just in case. But yeah, I pretty much just buy like my favorite characters or so.
Okay, so you're not one of those guys that go chase hunting a lot and exclusive hunting like a.
Oh, I do go exclusive hunting, but when it comes to the chases, which surprisingly, like when it comes to chases, like there's like none for Game of Thrones. It's interesting. And I'm like wondering why haven't they like made it a limited edition, chase? It's just kind of like Star Wars, but now Star Wars recently had like their like first chase being the Porg of all things. But so far with Game of Thrones, they have not done like an exclusive limited edition chase for it.
Okay. And Andrew, what's your philosophy on Funko purchases?
I just buy what I want, mate. If I see something that I like, I've got a compulsion usually to buy the entire series. Like I don't just tend to buy my favorite characters. I tend to buy the entire collection just so that that when you do go to sell them down the track, you get better resale if you've got a mint condition, obviously set to sell.
Great, cool answers. Okay, all right.
So pretty much over 100 is behind you then.
Yeah.
You fucking emoji thief.
Yeah. All right. Fandom, it's your number 3 now.
Okay, so this is difficult for me, but it's always a tie between these two, but I have to go with I'll probably just go with this one, honestly. It has to be the Mountain, the gold armor. Not that black that we got in season 7, which is utter trash. Like to this day, I'm like, why did they keep them in gold? It was better design. But no, they changed into black. And if they actually have a black, people don't buy it. Just don't. But no, the gold, zombie mountain, and the mountain, and this one is like has to the side armored because they have like another mountain Funko Pop, but that's just him without the armor. Like when Cersei approaches him to like choose him as his champion, he was like shirtless. They made that version. And then the second one is him, zombie mountain. It's just glorious. I have him. Then I just have, Cersei right there just protecting, her from all the evil damn doers. Like Arya, who thinks that she could just sneak up and try to go and assassinate her. Like, get out of here. Get out. She's not going to do that for season 8. But yeah, and this one was a 2017 summer convention exclusive, which was for the San Diego Comic-Con.
I mean, isn't there like a part of you that just wants to take it off the box and just show
Cersei
and
now I
of the box with the mountain of the box? Don't you want to do that?
No, I don't. No, I don't. It can stay in here. It can stay in here at this point.
Oh man, I was hoping that we were gonna get an unboxing today.
No.
And
You
that,
got
ladies
my collection unboxed.
Exactly. Just ask Andrew
Yeah.
if I have anything still in the box. Just tell him just to go and just retrieve it.
Yeah, exactly.
and that fine Funko Pop is worth $46. So that should be
Retail was like 15, so it was a good investment in my opinion.
200%, almost.
Is that the same mountain that
150%.
gets roasted in the Bud Light commercial?
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Surprisingly. See, even the Bud Light commercial, they knew Gold Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Andrew,
Yeah.
you have any opinions on a mountain? You think they should have made more? You think they should have not made a shirtless mountain?
Look, I think that the producers should have kept having one body actor playing the role in the TV shows rather than 3 different actors playing the role. But as for keeping his T-shirt on, I don't give a shit really. You know, if they had his T-shirt off, they could show the festering mess of a sore that he, from the poison that was at the end of Oberyn's spear. So yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah.
That would have been a good TV moment, the mountain versus Oberyn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised they didn't have a mountain with, his black armor, during the fight with Oberyn. I mean, why did they make one with the shirt off? That was
I have a serious question, though. Do Funkos have nipples?
They should be anatomically correct, don't you think?
I do not know because all my Funkos
Honestly,
are
I
wearing
don't know.
clothes because they have decency. But this is honestly, I just thought of this, and now I kind of want to know the answer. Anyone have a topless Funko? Tell me if
No,
there are nipples.
I haven't noticed a nipple before.
Hey, Andrew, do you have the shirtless mountain Funko unboxed?
I do.
I
Yeah.
saw the concept design. It doesn't show it with the nipples, so I'm guessing they don't believe.
Well,
Is there
if
a
there is
nipple?
no nipple, I'm sure you can just get like a magic marker and just like a red one, just draw it in there.
These are the questions I wonder. Because there's no consistency with nipples in Disney movies, so I wonder if there's consistency with nipples in Funkos.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
It's a serious question,
Cool.
man. I can't control what comes to my mind.
Awesome. All right. Where are we at now? I've lost my train of thought right now. Are we at number 3?
Yeah, 3, 4. I think Andrew now.
Okay. So,
Milt's just thinking about high beams. He can't focus.
okay. Now three. Number 3 for Fandom. What is it?
Not for me, for Andrew.
Yeah. So that makes 2 for me.
Oh, it's 2 for you now. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Okay. Number 2
Number 2.
for Andrew. And I'm not talking about
is
the
none
rest.
other than King Renly Baratheon. This is extremely hard to get now, and I love House Baratheon, and Stannis is my true king, but yeah, I can't wait till they bring out a King Robert Pop as well. I was telling this to my mate there, BBM, the other day that they need to bring one out. But yeah, go King Renly.
Again, I mean, look at that detail on that crown. I mean, I think that's just awesome the way they did it. So,
Yeah.
wow, good stuff. I mean, we're like $30 more than a Regal here. I mean, this is a $260 Funko Pop.
Yep.
So let me ask you a question, Andrew. I mean, you don't have to say yes or no, but did you buy it when it first came out at like 15 or 20, or did you get it like while it was on the rise?
every single pop that I purchased, except for the giant white, I have paid retail of $17.99.
Wow. So that's like $11 US. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot. 500%, 600%.
I wish I like start collecting earlier so I can get some of these like good Funko Pops at retail price. Like imagine getting like Headless, Ned Stark, Joffrey, Renly, Rob, all retail price, and now it's beyond that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's insanity. So and Renly wasn't an exclusive, right? I mean, it was just part of the regular run. Is that right?
yeah, it was just the part. Well, they really haven't done that many exclusives when it comes to Game of Thrones. So they, so yeah, it came out with the whole bunch, and it was just a matter of, which ones people bought, and I just bought whatever was available, and when I had a couple missing, I went searching on eBay and finish the collection.
So, okay, I think what I'm getting out of this discussion, at least, of Game of Thrones Funkos, is that it's almost as if the less popular characters are the ones that end up having more value later on. Grey Wind, Rhaegar the Dragon, now we have Renly. Is that something that's happens in most of these Funko franchises? Is the less popular characters are the ones that tend to go up in value a lot more? Say like in Disney, Marvel, Game of Thrones.
First, they have to be vaulted.
Okay.
Less popular, and then they're probably skyrocket.
Okay.
Just in case like a fan just comes like upon like an eBay listing or something, and some idiot put like $100, even though it's possibly worth $12, and some new fan is like, "Oh my gosh, I just have to get it," and there begins a domino effect.
Yeah.
Wow. Felicia, what do you think about Renly and the $260 price tag on that guy?
I've told you guys all I would never pay more than $10 for a Funko. Anything else is ridiculous. That's a pack of cigarettes. That's a gram of weed. That's a lot of things. That's a bottle of wine. I would never pay more than $10 for a Funko Pop. Just throwing that out.
You say that people pretty much buys her Funko. So where's this coming about?
So she doesn't actually spend any money.
I go and I pick them out sometimes too. Like we'll go to the store and I will disappear into the toy aisle in Walmart, and then Johnny finds me. I'm just looking at all the Funkos. I was like, I want that one. Yeah. He's like, how much? I'm like, $8. He's like, okay. The register.
Yeah, so here's a question from the chat that Cardinal Doomsday asked, Andrew. And I mean, you've shown some pretty high dollar Funkos here. Are they insured?
Yeah.
They are? Yeah.
So if someone robbed your house right now, you wouldn't lose your Funkos?
Well, I mean, you get your value back, your monetary value back, I hope.
I don't think it's got a current, like, it's not like as per what's listed on Stashpedia, but there is some cover there, yeah.
All right.
And otherwise, I'm just going to have to be a very sad boy if I miss out on all of it.
Now, me and Andrew's gonna like hunt down the thieves, and we're gonna play the Reigns at Castamere and start like killing them.
Yeah.
Their whole lineage.
Your owners pay their debts. Get it?
All right. Renly, number 2 for Andrew. That means it's BBM's turn for number 2.
Yep. Number 2.
Lock Cersei. What is it?
Oh my gosh! Like,
one can only hope.
Oh man, but yes, number 2 has to be Jack and Agar. It was it New York Comic Con 2017 exclusive. Originally, I didn't want to get it. I was tempted. I was like still on the fence. Okay, should I get it? Should I not get it? But gray area forced my hand on this, and I end up buying it, and I don't regret it at all. I still remember the early seasons when he was a badass, not allowing Arya to pretty much leave the house of the freaking black and white, and you can go be Arya Stark, whatever. But hopefully he returns at season 8. But till then, I have him in my damn collection. It would have been crazy if you can actually just change his face. Yeah. That would have been epic. They could have had on the back of his head another face. That would have been cool, because they gotta do that with Professor Quill and Harry Potter, where you can take off his his turban, and there's the face of Voldemort. So they could have actually did something in that magnitude where you could have just a different face in the back of his head. That would have been epic.
Man, good good old sexy Jesus here, and I think that
Good,
would
if I was the
I
captain,
think
that'd be
that
great.
would have been cool if they had like maybe Jaqen Hagar and Lannister armor like in season 2, while he was in Harrenhal. I mean that would have been a badass Funko of his. Andrew, what do you think about Jaqen? It's a $70 Funko. No.
Yeah, no, I've got him. I was happy when they brought him out. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen probably a variant or a chase of him as well. But because, I mean, he's really wearing the clothes of the kindly man that, you know, that you see when he turns up. But yeah, I think I'd like to see, as you suggested, in Lannister outfit too. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Felicia, you think they should have a Jaqen Hagar Funko with no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nose?
You know, can I be honest? What I thought of, I don't know. I think this used to be a toy back in the day, but like no little toy where you press the head and the face changes. That's what I thought of. They should have a Jaqen Hagar with like 3 different options. But when he first pulled it up, I didn't recognize the character. At first, being a book reader, my first, like, I was like, wait a second. I thought it was like a custom-made dead Catelyn because he was so pale and all I saw was white. Mm-hmm. So like, I just saw a corpse in my mind. I saw a resurrected cat when I looked quick. And then you said Jaqen Hagar and I felt like an idiot.
I need my eyes checked because I could be
I just want you guys to know
it's like,
how
every
I feel.
pop I'm showing, everyone's saying it's pale as hell. The only pale person I see is you, Felicia.
Lighting.
That's the only pale person.
I'm a very pale person. I know. I'm well aware. I want to dress up as Snow White one day. I want to go to Disney World and get like the Disney makeover and be Snow White.
So do you want to be Snow White or do you want to be an elf? More.
An elf is for a different day. Snow White is for Disneyland.
But if you had a choice between an elf or Snow White, like if you had to go pick a costume, what would it be?
Oh my God, that's impossible. Why would you have to be an impossible question?
All right, you don't have to answer it now, but maybe in a couple of weeks in trivia you can answer that question. Okay, guys, we are at number 1, numero uno, the favorite Game of Thrones Funkos that these guys own, and Andrew, you're up.
So I was tossing and turning and thinking, you know, real hard about what we should do for this and who really qualifies for number 1. And, you know, I thought for the number 1 space, Lyanna Mormont. Oh, yes, it's Lyanna Mormont. Woo! Woo! Hey, what do you got to say about that, Felicia? Hey, you got number 1?
Death by grayscale. Death by grayscale.
And it's worth $40.
Actually,
that is surprising.
So my real one is none other than Scarred Tyrion Lannister. All right, this is one of the most expensive pops that you can buy. His second one with the battle axe is pretty good as well, but this is the most valuable one in my entire collection of Game of Thrones ones. But yeah, so it was a real hard choice between him and Lyanna Mormont. That's right, more Lyanna Mormont. Here she is.
Oh, that was good. I'll give you that. That was good. You really had me fooled too. I'm like, because I know you well enough to do that. You would have went through with it just enough, just to bother me.
Okay, and if you can hold up Scar Tyrion Lannister again.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, where are we at?
Okay, everybody. This thing is worth $367 on Stashopedia. $367 on a.
Is that your?
On a $10.99 investment. Retail
Is that your
price.
most expensive one?
Yep. Oh, that's the most expensive Game of Thrones one.
Besides Nerdy Head of Snow, right?
No, that he owns.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay,
like I said, that blood looks pretty gnarly. Like the way, like it's like like it looks better than his scar does in the show.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good, and Dude, man, 367, and you bought this thing at retail, huh?
I did, yeah.
So these things were like available for general purchase at one point in time. You could buy anywhere. It wasn't an exclusive. You didn't need to go to some Comic Con for this. You could just freaking buy it off the shelf.
I bought every single one of mine except for the giant white from popculture.com.au, which is the largest retailer in the world of pop vinyls. So, yeah, so I just paid the retail price, which when I first started collecting was $16.99. Then it went up to $17.99, and then now they're currently $18.99. So,
yeah. Which is like
and
$11, $10.99 US dollars.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I have to like look up more research on this because some people tell me that it was actually exclusive to Pop Culture. So I guess it's pretty much people who were lucky to get it retail were Australians.
Yeah.
So it's like they were the lucky ones on that.
Yeah.
You guys get a lot of stuff early, like movies too.
We do.
Man, but I'm just thinking that, I mean, you could have gotten this for $11. It wasn't an exclusive really, and it wasn't like, you had to travel to a Comic-Con to get it. It was just there for somebody's purchase if they wanted it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I wish they made more though, because that would be a Tyrion I would have instantly brought just from that detail on the scar alone. Because I think they made like newer Tyrions, but the scar like that one is like fresh, so this is way better.
Felicia, you wish you had one?
I gave my comments.
Yeah.
Well, I think about it now, seeing that I'm so obsessed with Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire that I only have 2, and it's like I should be ringing shame bells at myself. Like, it is pretty bad. I should have more. I see you there.
At least we have a Sam. If you didn't have Sam, then I'd throw the shame bells.
Well, see, I never it was a gift though. That's the thing. It was a gift, and I probably wouldn't have.
So if Jen ever gave it to you, I'll be throwing shame bells at you.
No, I don't know, because like I when I go to buy Funko Pops, because I like so many things, I just see so many of them, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like a kid in the candy store. But I only have 1 nickel in the 20s, so I can only get 1 piece of candy. So it's so
Johnny
hard to
has that nickel, not you.
Oh no, he doesn't care. Well, a lot of times he has input too because we like a lot of the same stuff.
So there's like 4 Tyrion Lannister Funkos, right? There's one of him in Essos with the beard. There's the one with him, scarred up in battle armor with the battle axe, and there's the regular one that's non-scarred. And they're only worth $10 each. And all of a sudden it jumps up to $367 for the scarred version that you could have just gotten the same way as the other ones.
Yeah.
They're coming out with another one. It's going to be him on the Iron Throne, and he has like a cup of wine.
Yeah.
Whoa,
hey,
Milton, I also wanted to point out that my most favorite pop vinyl in the Game of Thrones is not worth that much, but it was none other than King Stannis himself. All hail King Stannis.
So you got all the King Baratheons except for Robert.
Yeah.
Because they never made it.
They never made it. Yep. But as you can see there,
Wait, they never made a Robert?
No, they've never made a Robert.
Wow.
It's about $26 for that guy, but it's cool. Stannis is all right. I mean,
yeah.
Unless in season 8 we get like Bran going back in time or something, talking to Robert, then maybe you might get him. But they have like zero interest in making him.
Young Robert. They do a flashback to Battle of Trident, young Robert, and freaking Rhaegar, better wig. That'd be dope.
It'd be dope. It'd be young Robert with the antler helmet. That'd be hot.
Battle axe at the trident.
Yeah, with the warhammer and the antler helmet. That'd be awesome.
Ruby scattered everywhere like it's Mardi Gras. That'd be dope.
Okay, guys. Number one, the last Funko that we're gonna show. And it's BBM's honor to present his number 1 Funko.
For me, I was always gonna say, okay, I'm gonna do the Hound for this one though, But a part of me, it's like, but there's another one, the Icy Viserion with the Night King on top because of detail. But still, I just have to go with the damn hound. With honestly, can I even like remember where in the world did I even put that damn thing? Like, what the hell? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, see, this is what I hate. Mill pretty much telling me, so, oh, you gotta show them, damn it. And you pretty much see this empty space, and I just pretty much put both on like each side. I just forget like where to put it. But yeah, I still have to give it to the damn hound. This is like still one of my damn wish list Funkos of Game of Thrones. I got this one soon. It's gonna be King Joffrey, damn it. But till then, is this one. Just the great detail on the scar there. It would have been great if there was like a bucket of chicken right there. But there is no bucket of chicken there, but still.
Especially if it had,
actually, you
like
probably could
KFC.
do it because they did come out with a Colonel Sanders, and he's actually holding a bucket of fried chicken. So I'm just waiting until like, I actually do buy them, so I can just take out the bucket of chicken, just put it right in there. But till then, like this is still, it's like I bought it for like $100. At that point in time, it was like worth $150, and I was trying to like get every damn seller just to go down. It's at least 100 for me, just 100. And finally, like one soul was like, you know what? You love Game of Thrones, I'll give it to you for 100. But I think this is like the last time ever I brought up Funko Pop that much. But who knows? Maybe King Joffrey might just be like the one I actually do buy for like 130. Who knows? But I don't know. But yeah, my number one still has to be the Hound. It was crazy enough just to get this. I'm so happy I got it. I'm not taking out the damn box, Milk.
Damn it.
Andrew did not too long ago.
And that thing's worth $100 right now. So, what would be really cool is if they had like a KFC exclusive, and they would like give basically sell Hound Funkos. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be crazy.
Like a KFC like sticker on a Hound. That'd be really, really cool. Dang. Okay.
Is that the same Hound that made your top 10 list?
Yeah, it was. Because they only have one.
Because I remember you talking about wanting this one and paying too much for it, and I agree, you definitely paid too much for it.
So
nope, it's worth it. I'll be pissed. Actually, it would be if they actually did be like a new one. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I could have just saved or just waited a few more months until they actually announced it.
Sometimes I wish I didn't smoke cigarettes. It's like a Funko Pop a day.
Actually, yeah, pretty much.
Drinking, not drinking and not smoking can save you a lot of money.
I don't drink that much. You make me sound like way more of an alcoholic than I really am.
All right.
That's the woman who keeps saying in every stream, I'm getting a drink. Where's my wine?
But yet she doesn't drink that much. All right. So Andrew, so what was the Hound on your list again? Was it like number 8 or 7? I forgot.
It was only number 3, I think.
Oh, that's number 7 then, right? That's your third one.
Oh, yeah. 7,
okay.
Yep.
Number 7. Okay.
I have a question. Did you guys have any on the list that were the same?
The Hound.
The Hound, I think, was the only
one. I thought we had different Hounds. Or it was the same Hound?
It's the same Hound.
The same Hound.
Just okay. One's in a box and one's not.
Okay. That was the only similar one you had? The same one you had?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question is that if Andrew and BBM or Fandom basically showed me, okay, Mel, I have this unboxed Hound for sale, and I have this boxed Hound for sale. How much extra would you charge me for the boxed Hound? What would that be worth? More than how much extra would a boxed Hound be worth?
What's the current value for the Hound?
It's $100 right now.
$100. I don't know. Depends.
$100 brand new. See, are the prices for brand new mint condition?
Yeah.
And in the box,
what?
I imagine the value is like half once it's out of the box.
What do you reckon, BBM? 60%? 50?
Yeah, well, because if I would like to sell you a Hound that's out of the box, and since I know you, I wouldn't charge you like that much, because that's just me. But like, so there's still people who will still charge you like $100, even if it's out of the box, because they're out of the box collectors. But yeah, $100 pretty much.
So basically, what you're telling me then is that if it's worth $100 in the box, mint condition, you would sell that Hound for me for $60 out with no box.
Yeah, pretty much either 60 or 50 or so, since I know.
Wow, half the value.
Because you're a friend, but you pointed out because you're a friend that you're getting such a discount.
If I didn't know you, yeah, I would pretty much charge you $100.
Oh,
Like, there you go.
even without the box, you charge me $100.
Yeah, if I didn't know you, I'll charge you $100.
Wow, man.
If I didn't know you, I'd try and get you to pay $150. So I'd be like, man,
Exactly.
that stash is wrong.
But knowing me, I would have like looked it up in the pop price guide. And I would have said it's only worth $100 with the box. What are you trying to do to me?
But you're thrifty, Milt.
Honestly,
Yeah, he'd haggle. You're a haggler. You'd probably haggle with someone online for like 2 days.
Oh, I love a good haggle. Hey,
I
Felicia.
knew it.
hey, Felicia. We didn't see your favorite Game of Thrones Funko.
Well, my favorite Game of Thrones Funko is obviously going to be the Slayer himself, Samwell Tarly. The gift from Jennifer Wolverton. She gave me this. It was maybe my first or second Funko. She gave it to me for Christmas within like my first few months of doing YouTube, and it is really cool. And I don't think I've ever taken it out of the box.
Are you gonna unbox it now?
I thought about it, but I stopped myself.
Oh, come on, Felicia.
It's a bit dusty. I gotta dust in here more often.
Don't conform.
Don't-
Felicia.
Oh,
And
she's
she
doing it,
opened it!
guys. She's unboxing. She's unboxing.
I thought about doing this earlier. I did. I was like, I might do this. Oh, he's got a sword.
Okay, we have an unboxing.
Yeah, this is my little Sam. But will he stand on his own? Oh, he will. He's going back in the box, though.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, I like the little part he's got. It's like my part. How cute. We have matching parts.
Imagine
He
if
doesn't have a
when she
bald spot,
unboxed
though.
it. That would be crazy.
Big parts. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big part you got going there with that Sam Funko.
He's cute. Yeah, this is my favorite. Mostly for sentimental value because I think I bought my first one on a clearance rack. And it's an elf because, of course, my Funko's an elf. And then this was a gift. And that's what makes it so special to me.
And that thing's worth $54. So
It's what? Worth what?
$54.
It was worth $54.
It was? Yeah, that made it probably my most expensive one.
Yeah.
It's now worth 25.
But
I just like I won't pay. See, I don't know. I never knew the value because it was a gift. I wouldn't have looked it up.
So here's a question for you. I
It
mean,
was. You really should have told me that before I took it out of the box. You're a bad friend.
Yes, yes, I have been accused of that by you multiple times. Now, in terms of just opening it and putting it back into the box, does that really affect resale value? I mean,
No, because you can't tell that I did that. There's no evidence of that being done.
Yeah, when it comes to like Funko Pops, it's like great how they position it in the
Other
box
than the fact
and
that I
package
just did
them.
it on video, there's no evidence that I just did that.
And if someone knows you personally, it's like, wait a minute, she took it out of the box.
But I don't think it. But I would never sell it. And I'm a bad aunt because I won't let my niece and nephew. Like he's a baby, he's 2. I won't let him in my room because I'm afraid he's gonna open my toys.
Look, you had the demon child in my room one time, and he literally just ripped open the box of my 12th Doctor Who. That's why he's out of the box here. I regret that day.
My
No,
11th
he
Doctor's
never
chilling
comes
in the
in my
box,
room.
and he's out of baby reach. He could crawl in the chair though, so I'll have to put him up higher.
Wow. I mean, I don't have any Game of Thrones Funkos, so it's like a shame thing for me.
You wouldn't even buy Tyrion? Oh, not Tyrion. Tywin Funko Pop?
Nah, I guess not.
Do you just go to like your local Walmart and just look for them? You should.
Yeah, but
Walmart is
it needs to be something
trash.
Or
really
Games
special.
or GameStop. GameStop, I find a lot of good ones.
I
at
mean,
GameStop.
Joffrey would be good. I mean, I would probably buy a Joffrey one if it came to me like for $50. I would probably buy that Joffrey one right away.
So you would go for one of the more expensive ones. You wouldn't want one of like the
Yeah.
Honestly, during the off season, it would have been like a
Oh.
perfect time to buy like some of these like high price Funkos because it's like
Oh.
not really trending. But now that show is about to come back, it's gonna like start rising again.
Yeah.
Milt's hoping a $350 pop. All of a sudden, he could pick up for $50.
Hey,
I'm just like, that's like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna win the lottery
I
this
mean,
weekend."
these are commodities essentially, right? I mean, it's collector's items. I mean, do you guys, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, when the show is no longer in vogue or popular, do you foresee the prices of these Funkos dropping? 20
when they
percent?
stop making them.
Because you have the
Wait,
spin-off
dropping? You saying
coming.
dropping? No.
Because you have the spin-off coming up. So even like when the season ends, there's gonna be the spin-off. And then people who are just like pretty much new to the spin-off, having like watched Game of Thrones, they're gonna be watching Game of Thrones and such. And it's still gonna be like trying to buy them.
Okay. Andrew, what do you think? Up or down or steady?
Oh, man, I think it's going to stay steady. You know, I don't really like some things will go up, some things might come down a little bit, but I think overall, I think things are looking positive for Game of Thrones. I mean, it's Lord of the Rings is still popular. You know, from 2001, 2002, and 2003. So you know, you can't just throw away something that a lot of people invested 8 years of their life into, and I mean, and many of us that have read the books as well, we've put a lot of time into it. So I don't think it's something that people are going to throw away down the track. I think one day someone will go for a remake, maybe in 30, 40 years time, but it's too big now. It's obviously like Star Wars, it was a big commodity for its time, and Disney wanted it, and Disney, have played around with it. They made some good ones, and then they made some shit ones, so you just got to see where it all goes. And I mean, nothing's a safe bet, and but I do think that the future is good for some of those Funko Pops, especially the Game of Thrones ones.
All right, and last question, I promise to everybody. Promise for everybody is, if there was one Funko Pop franchise that you would not recommend somebody to buy, in terms, for its lack of future value, what would it be?
Friday Nights at Freddy. Matter of fact, I actually would change that because this is another new one that's recent. Fortnite. That's gonna die so hard and soon, so don't even bother.
I totally bought my nephew a Fortnite pop for Christmas.
It's gonna be, you know, bought like $1 or so, like at this point. Like it's like one of those two. It's like Fortnite, I think Bendy as well, that game. And Friday Nights at Freddy. It's like it's so cringy. It's like I don't know why Funko did that. All right. Sorry if I took your answer choices there, Andrew. You said like one and I named like three.
Okay, so Fortnite, Friday Night Freddy, and what was the other one? Bendy. Okay. And what about you, Andrew? What do you think?
I think Fortnite's got a chance of surviving this. It might be a strong fad now, but remember, strong fads create long-lasting followings of things. So, maybe the majority of people move on to things, but there's always going to be a core audience that will follow a fad. And that was just kind of following on to what BBM was saying without answering what Milt asked me, which I'll need him to repeat.
Okay. You want me to repeat the question again?
Yeah.
What Funko franchise do you recommend to somebody to not purchase because you don't see any future value or future collectability in that franchise? Say Disney.
Well, I've been getting rid of my Disney shit. So I think Disney could be a popular choice there for things that are going down. But I mean, Disney always bounces back. That's the only thing. It's just that at the moment, everything's down so dramatically. And I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah.
Specifically, Star Wars Disney,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
A lot of them.
You guys are naming things that I own. It's like everything you named are things
the early Star Wars.
This is a rigged question, Felicia, against you.
The early Star Wars pops. And
here's my question: do the Rebels ones count as early ones?
No, they're recent. They're not selling really.
Okay. Well, I think I have BB-8. No, I have Chopper. Sorry, I got my droids mixed up.
Like the ones that are like high value, like the limited number ones, like Qui-Gon Jinn. That was like that New York Comic Con exclusive one. Like that's like one of the high ones. Just like the Luke that's in like the Stormtrooper outfit. But like some of the new ones, like they're not really selling at all. I remember I was working in Toys R Us, and like all the Last Jedi ones are still there. They're not moving at all.
I have a Bell Pop, and I have bells.
I think it's the. I think the Last Jedi did a lot of harm, huh?
Yeah.
For the
You know,
Funko-
again, though,
for
since we're
Star
talking
Wars
about
Funkos.
value of pops, we can always talk about the value of certain things like quarterbacks
Oh damn.
and greatness
Yeah.
All right.
and championships and records. So I wonder if this went up in value with the amount of rings he gets. I'm serious. Does this
Liana
oh,
Mormont.
okay.
It's too bad there isn't a Joe Montana
But does
Funko.
it go up in value as he wins Super Bowls? Serious question.
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't even bother to look.
Oh,
I mean-
I was really thinking about your question before, Melt, about what not to buy, and I think Westworld's the answer.
Okay, Westworld. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. Why is that, you think?
It's interesting.
Well, because you got a first series that went really well, and the pop sold very well because the first series is really well. And now you got a second season that is absolute rubbish, and people aren't going to hold on. I mean, I think by the end of the third season, they'll be axed. It's gone, and it'll just be a few people left behind that'll be like, oh, but I love Westworld, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about buying a set of the Westworld figures, and you can get a
Hey,
set.
you can buy mine.
They're super cheap.
You can buy mine.
No, seriously, a full set you can get for like $60 on eBay or something like that. It's like they're worth nothing right now.
Yeah,
And they're even vaulted, and like I was surprised by that. It's like nothing. Like
Yeah. So, so maybe you guys are onto something.
I would still say don't buy Star Wars though. There are too many of them. It's like too many Star Wars. Don't buy it.
it's hard to keep up with, isn't it?
Oh, here's
I
my
just bought
question.
my favorite
I have a
Jedi
question.
Sith. That's it.
When you mentioned all the Disney ones there, Milt, with the statistics, are those all Disney properties or just Disney alone? Like Disney movies or Disney properties?
It just says Disney characters, right? So it's not like it doesn't include Star Wars. It doesn't include stuff like that. It's just
wow.
Disney
So
characters.
just in princesses and wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
There's more
Aladdin
than
and whatever.
just
It's 540.
princesses now.
Well, no, I'm just thinking like I have a dwarf, so that makes sense.
Okay. So, Felicia, any franchises that you wish Funko Pops were never made of?
Well, no, because there are still ones that like I didn't even know exist. But I know that Sword is very upset that she can't get red versus blue, and so that upsets her. And then there's certain franchises that I might just protest, like Doctor Who, until they make my Donna Noble. So boycott.
right.
That's the word I meant. Boycott.
All right. And I think that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out. Any last words from anybody? I guess I'll start with Felicia. Ladies first. Tell us where you're at, what you're doing, where you're from.
Well, I'm from Citadel Trivia, and that's pretty much all I do. But wait, no, I'm on the West Roasting Ninja today. But I lied. But mostly on Citadel Trivia. And are we doing it this week?
No, we're not. Citadel
Mary
Trivia is the Empire of Disney.
Oh,
Mary and Sword are
sweet.
going to do it, and BBM are going to do it.
Sweet. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't know that because I got to make a promo for it tomorrow. Put out a promo for it tomorrow, guys.
Awesome.
She ain't gonna
Segue.
put it out until like
No, I
so
will.
later
Just
in the
to see,
day.
saw that segue. I might get distracted because ice skating's tomorrow, the 4 Continents Championship, and I'm pretty excited for that. But I'll get it done before it starts at 4.
And that Tom Brady Funko will be a lot more expensive if it came with a deflated football. Okay, BBM, what's your closing words here?
He does have a football in his hand, though. Let's check the PSI.
Yeah, because I think like a lot of Tom Brady pops like near $30 to $60 or so. But yes, I remember Bridge 4 asked a question because he was talking about like the Belrog pop and like where can I buy pops? There's like many places where you can buy pops, but since like that they made like 2 Balrog pops. Like one is like the regular common, which is like 6 inches, and they made like a glow in the dark one, but you can't really find that because that's been like exclusive at Barnes and Nobles. But if you're like in the US, I'm not sure if there's Barnes and Nobles outside of the US. So good luck with that. But yeah, it's like GameStop is like some places, Amazon you can buy. What other place? Wait, I think you're from Canada, so you can probably go to whatchamacallit, I forgot what's the GameStop name for freaking people in Canada. EB Games, there we go. You can probably go look in there.
Never heard of it.
Of course, because you live in the US. I just said that.
I'm a northerner though.
All right,
We have a
Fandom.
lot of Canadian franchises around here.
All right, Fandom. Any last words where we can find you?
So you want me to say where? Because you just said any like last words. Those words with Funkos. I don't know if you wanted me to sell myself out as well. But yeah, Fandom D saying the artist formerly known as BBM because Milt, Andrew, Felicia keep on saying BBM as well as people in the live chat as well. But yeah, you can always find me on Fandom D saying YouTube channel where I do several reactions of several TV shows like Black Lightning, The Gifted, even like Game of Thrones, like way back when they was doing season 7. And you can also find me on the Citadel of Trivia. This week we're doing the Disney Empire with Mary B and Sword in the Darkness. And I believe that's pretty much the channels I'm in, unless some people just invite me to do some type of stream. Like I did an Arya stream on Sam's channel the other day. I think that was like Monday we did that. Yeah. So then thank you for having me, Mel, for like the second Funko Pop stream I've like ever had in my career, doing YouTube for like 2 years now. Great talking to you again, you, Andrew, and Felicia, who keeps interrupting me here and there. But still, thank you for having me.
Great. And you show infinite patience with us still calling you BBM.
Yep.
All right. And last but not least, Andrew, what you up to?
Thanks for having me, Milt. It's always a pleasure to come on and talk about things that I like. And Funko Pops is definitely one of those things. And always a pleasure to talk with you, Felicia, and BBM or Fandom something or other. Anyway, but yeah, can't wait to do another stream in the future. But thank you.
All right, and thanks everybody in the chat for stopping by. There's too many names, so I can't read them out because I can't scroll up that far. But and I don't want to miss anybody. So, but just wanted to say thanks again for taking your time on a nice, relaxing Wednesday evening to join us with some Funko talk. And stay tuned for new stuff on the Westerosi Ninja channel. This Saturday, we're gonna do another Clash of Crows Death Battle stream, and in a couple of weeks, I'll see you guys with Felicia on Citadel Trivia doing another Jeopardy stream, and also I forgot on Sunday, top 5 dog collaboration with Dog from the Dog Show. We're gonna do our favorite Game of Thrones villains. So with that said, again, have a good night, and we shall see you later. Cheers.